The Los Angeles Dodgers have done it again. Your 2025 National League West champions, a title that feels both familiar and yet still thrilling every single time it happens. Think about this for a second. We are talking about a franchise that has claimed 12 division titles in the last 13 years. That is not just dominance, that is consistency, that is culture, that is an organization that knows how to win regardless of the circumstances around them. Add to that an incredible streak of 12 straight seasons with at least 90 victories, and you realize you are witnessing history that very few franchises in Major League Baseball have ever matched. The only other team to maintain that level of excellence in the modern era is the New York Yankees. And when you're being compared to the Yankees in terms of consistency, you know you're living in rare air. What makes this accomplishment so special is that the Dodgers never allowed themselves to settle. Every year there are challenges, injuries, slumps, the ups and downs that every club in the league has to navigate. And yet somehow, some way, they keep finding the formula to win. You could say it is talent, you could say it is depth, but it is also an attitude. This is a team that expects to win, and when that is ingrained in your clubhouse, the results follow. Congratulations are in order because this is not something that should ever be taken for granted. 12 division titles in 13 years is dynasty territory, and the Dodgers are right in the middle of it. And the crazy thing is that this might just be the beginning of something even bigger. From the very start of the season, there was a feeling around this group that they were building toward a run at the ultimate prize. The roster, the pitching, the depth on the bench, everything pointed toward a club ready not only to dominate the division, but to chase down another World Series title. It has been talked about, predicted, even argued about, but if you have been paying attention, you can see the pieces falling into place. The Dodgers are not just here to participate. They are here to reclaim the crown they believe belongs in Los Angeles. Now, as soon as the champagne dries from celebrating the division, attention naturally shifts to the postseason picture. Fans want to know who is standing in the way first. Is it going to be Cincinnati? Could it be New York? The debate has been buzzing, but if you look closely at the standings, the Mets are the ones most likely to line up across from the Dodgers in the opening round. Why? Because the Mets control their destiny. They are a game ahead of Cincinnati with 3 left to play, and while the Reds have to go up against a tough Milwaukee Brewers team, New York closes their schedule with Miami, a club far away from playoff contention. That is a significant difference in strength of schedule. All the Mets need to do is take care of business in 2 of those 3 games, and the path is clear. If you're a Dodgers fan trying to picture the first series at Dodger Stadium, you might as well start imagining the Mets walking into town. That is the matchup that makes the most sense right now, and honestly, it is one that adds a lot of intrigue. New York is talented, but they have been inconsistent. Facing a powerhouse like Los Angeles in a 3-game series, all of it played under the bright lights of Chavez Ravine, is the kind of drama that October baseball is built on. You can already feel the buzz building for those nights, the crowd packed, the noise echoing through the stadium, and every pitch carrying the weight of the season. Of course, while fans focus on the opponent, inside the Dodgers clubhouse the conversation is all about preparation. This is where the coaching staff earns its praise, because the way they manage the final few games of the regular season has everything to do with setting up the postseason rotation. We already know that Clayton Kershaw has been placed on the playoff roster, and that alone is emotional. He may not be starting games in October, but he is going to be part of this ride, and for fans who have followed his legendary career, that is meaningful. The plan is clear. He will make his final regular season start this Sunday, not in Los Angeles, but in Seattle, bringing to a close an 18-year career that will put him in Cooperstown on the first ballot without a single doubt. 3-time Cy Young winner, World Series champion, the face of the Dodgers for nearly 2 decades. Seeing him take the mound for one last time will be a moment fans will never forget. But beyond the emotions of Kershaw's farewell, there is strategy involved in how these games are handled. Michael Grove and Emmett Sheehan are being slotted into starts down the stretch, not because the outcomes matter in the standings, but because it allows the Dodgers to shape their pitching staff for next week. When Sheehan takes the ball, it is not about beating Seattle. It is about giving him the workload and the rest schedule that will have him ready to slide into the bullpen for the wild card round. That is the kind of forward thinking this team thrives on. Games that technically do not affect the playoff race suddenly become valuable opportunities to fine-tune the rotation and make sure everyone is in rhythm. Saturday will see Tyler Glasnow take the mound, and then Sunday belongs to Kershaw. After that, it is all about the postseason. The plan looks like Blake Snell opening Game 1, Sheehan getting the call in Game 2, and Yoshinobu Yamamoto lined up for a potential Game 3 if needed. If the Dodgers can wrap it up in 2, Yamamoto would then be positioned to start Game 1 of the division series against Philadelphia. It is a strategy that makes perfect sense and shows the level of depth and talent Los Angeles has at its disposal. When you can roll out a Cy Young winner followed by 2 electric young arms, you're sending a message to the rest of the league. This is why the confidence around the Dodgers feels different this year. Even with bullpen struggles at times, even with injuries that forced adjustments, the overall balance of this team makes them dangerous. The lineup is loaded, the pitching staff has multiple aces, and the culture is that of a team that refuses to fold under pressure. Opponents know it. Fans know it. Anyone who has been around baseball long enough can see the writing on the wall. The Dodgers are not just another division champion. They are a machine built for October. What makes it even more fascinating is the timing. There is no long layoff before the wild card series begins, and that might actually benefit Los Angeles. Baseball is a sport of rhythm, and momentum matters. Too much rest can kill a hot streak, but in this case, the Dodgers get just one day off on Monday before diving straight into postseason action on Tuesday. That allows them to carry the energy of the final week right into the games that matter most. The roster stays sharp, the bats stay loose, and the pitchers stay on their routine. For a team that thrives on rhythm, that could be the perfect scenario. So here we are again. Dodgers on the verge of something massive. The division title is just the beginning, the warm-up act for what could be another deep October run. For everyone who doubted, for everyone who thought the bullpen issues or the injuries would derail this train, the standings tell the truth. 12 titles in 13 years, 90-win seasons stacked one after the other, and a roster built to contend for a championship. The Dodgers are not going anywhere, and if anything, they are hungrier than ever. As the postseason picture sharpens, the conversation naturally shifts from the big picture of the Dodgers' dominance to the fine details that will shape their October journey. Every decision now matters more than ever. Who takes the mound, who gets the clutch at-bats, who delivers in the biggest moments? These are the questions fans live for, and this is where a team like the Dodgers has the advantage of depth and experience. Let's talk about Clayton Kershaw again, because his farewell cannot be overstated. The man has been the face of the Dodgers for 18 years, carrying the weight of expectations every time he took the ball. He gave fans memories that will live forever, from no-hitters to masterclass performances. And even though the postseason was not always kind to him early in his career, he eventually conquered that stage too. Seeing him now set for his final major league start is bittersweet. Fans will cheer, emotions will run high, and when he walks off that mound in Seattle for the last time, it will be the end of an era. That's not just a player retiring. That's a legend closing the book on one of the greatest pitching careers the game has ever seen. He is a first-ballot Hall of Famer, no doubt, and he will always be remembered as the man who gave his heart and soul to the Dodgers. But the postseason is not about sentiment. It is about strategy, and this front office has been careful in the way they set up their staff. The Dodgers know that you cannot gamble in October. You need to have your rotation lined up, your bullpen arms fresh, and your lineup clicking. That is why the final regular season games, while technically meaningless in the standings, carry such importance. Emmett Sheehan's start is more than a box score note. It's a calculated move to give him the rest, and Rhythm Hill need to be a weapon out of the bullpen when the wild card games arrive. Tyler Glasnow's outing serves the same purpose. These games are like rehearsals before opening night, making sure every performer is ready when the curtain rises. And then you look at the way the Dodgers can roll out their arms for the wild card series. Imagine Blake Snell on Tuesday, fresh, locked in, ready to bring Cy Young caliber stuff to the mound. Then follow that up with Sheehan, the kind of young pitcher who can change a series with electric velocity and fearless confidence. If the series goes to a decisive third game, you have Yoshinobu Yamamoto waiting, a pitcher who has shown poise beyond his years and the kind of command that makes hitters uncomfortable from the first pitch. That trio is as dangerous as any team could hope for, and it sends a clear message. If you want to beat the Dodgers, you're going to have to beat some of the best arms in baseball. The matchup against the Mets, if that indeed becomes official, only adds to the drama. New York has talent, no doubt, but they have also shown vulnerability. Their lineup has hot streaks, but also cold spells. And while their pitching staff can be formidable, it does not stack up to what Los Angeles brings to the table. And let's not forget, all 3 games of the wild card round will be at Dodger Stadium. That's a massive advantage. Playing in front of your home fans, feeding off that energy, having the last at-bat in every game, that matters in October. Mets or Reds, whoever shows up, will be stepping into a storm of blue, and the Dodgers know how to use that atmosphere to their benefit. The bullpen, a talking point all season, will also be under the microscope. There were rough patches, there were blown saves, and there were times when fans questioned whether this group could hold up under playoff pressure. But October is about fresh starts. Managers shorten the leash, arms get used differently, and roles are defined with absolute clarity. That means you will see relievers in spots tailored to their strengths. And it also means starters like Sheehan could find themselves in pivotal relief appearances. That flexibility is a weapon. The Dodgers have the arms to mix and match. And if they can keep opponents off balance late in games, that takes away one of the few weaknesses critics like to bring up. Offensively, there's no secret. This lineup is built to grind pitchers down, to force long at-bats, to get into bullpens early, and then to capitalize with power. The combination of veterans who have been through this before and younger players eager to make their mark creates a balance that few teams can match. When you face the Dodgers, you cannot take a breath. Every hitter in the order is a threat. Pitchers know that one mistake, one mislocation, can turn into a 2-run homer before they even realize it. That constant pressure wears opponents down over the course of a series, and it's one of the biggest reasons Los Angeles keeps finding itself deep in October year after year. And let's not overlook the intangibles. This team has heard all the criticism. They've been told their bullpen is shaky, that injuries would catch up with them, that maybe this was finally the year someone else would take the division. Yet here they are again, holding the banner for the National League West, stacking up another 90-plus win season, and staring at another chance to chase the trophy. That kind of resilience matters. It builds confidence, it builds unity, and it creates that belief that no matter what the scoreboard says, they are never out of a game. But before we move forward, don't forget to join our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest news about the Los Angeles Dodgers. We'd love to hear your thoughts on news, so drop a comment below. In a stunning twist that has sent shockwaves through the baseball world, whispers are spreading that Freddie Freeman, the stalwart first baseman of the Los Angeles Dodgers, may be preparing to bid farewell to the team. Sources close to the player hint at a potential departure, though official confirmation has yet to arrive. Freeman, a cornerstone of the Dodgers lineup, has been a model of consistency and leadership, and any move away from Los Angeles would mark the end of an era. Freeman's impact on the Dodgers has been undeniable. Since joining the team, he has been a reliable force at the plate and a calming presence in the clubhouse. Fans have long admired his ability to rise in clutch moments, turning games around with his trademark composure and bat speed. Now, the mere suggestion that he could don another uniform has ignited a frenzy of speculation across social media and sports forums alike. The rumor mill is abuzz. Will Freeman chase a new challenge elsewhere? Or is this merely a strategic play in contract negotiations? Industry insiders speculate that several teams could be eyeing Freeman as a marquee acquisition. His blend of offensive firepower and defensive reliability makes him an attractive target for clubs looking to solidify their championship aspirations. Yet, the Dodgers front office faces a delicate balancing act. Letting go of a player of Freeman's caliber could alter the team's dynamics, forcing adjustments both on the field and in the clubhouse. Questions abound. Who will fill the vacuum should Freeman exit, and can the Dodgers sustain their winning momentum without him? Meanwhile, fans are divided between disbelief and cautious optimism. Social media channels are flooded with tributes to Freeman's tenure in Los Angeles, alongside feverish speculation about where he might land next. Some suggest a return to his hometown team could be on the horizon, while others entertain the possibility of a blockbuster trade to a contending squad in the American League. Regardless of the outcome, the narrative around Freeman's future has captivated the baseball community, transforming routine off-season chatter into headline-grabbing drama. As the rumor persists, one thing remains clear. Freddie Freeman's potential departure has set the stage for one of the most intriguing sagas in recent baseball memory. Whether this turns out to be a fleeting whisper or a monumental shakeup, the Dodgers, and indeed the sport at large, are bracing for a story that could redefine the landscape of Major League Baseball. That's all for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay up to date with exclusive news about the Los Angeles Dodgers, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We always appreciate your comments and feedback. See you in the next video.